What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with the first Batman Arkham Origins update. Now, Batman Arkham Origins was announced for the Wii U, PS3, and Xbox 360. There will also be handheld versions for the 3DS and Vita, but I will be covering the console versions. So, we have a lot of news, a lot of interesting news here, and it's a lot of it, guys. So, keep up. I'm going to summarize it for you guys, and of course, if you do not understand or miss something that I say, of course, there will be links in the description to the source of everything I'm talking about of this news. So here we go, and I'm going to first be talking about the story details, which there is some vague details, but enough to satisfy you, and then general details after about what the game will have in it that's new and that's similar to what's coming, what has been seen before. So let's get it started. So let's start with the story. Takes place on Christmas Eve, years before the previous two games. Mob boss Black Mask will give a fortune for Batman's head. Top assassins and supervillains from the DC Comics universe are out to get Batman. Cops on the take from the mob join the manhunt as well for Batman. Batman needs to outsmart his enemies, find out why Black Mask wants him dead, and prove to the good cops that are left that he's on their side. Now about general details about Batman Arkham Origins. Younger Batman also gives us the opportunity to refresh things a bit. Combat systems still in place. We'll have new layers, new opportunities, and new tactics. New enemy types. Batman not as finely honed as in previous games. Won't control the Batwing directly. Batwing will figure into the story sequences and acts as a universe appropriate form of fast travel. Has the traditional Predator mode, which players swing from perch to perch, glide kick, strings guys upside down, etc. New remote claw that is like the grappler in Just Cause 2. Batman targets two objects and fires out a claw. This hooks into the first object and launches another claw and rope to the second object. Can then pull the two objects together. Use this to knock enemies together, slam heavy objects into foes, string objects or people under a perch. Can string up an explosive barrel under a perch, lure enemies with a sonic batarang, then cut the rope with a normal batarang, dropping the explosives on their heads. Team knows Black Mask isn't the most popular villain. Old Gotham is only half of the game world. Another new area is across the bridge called New Gotham. New Gotham is classier and has much taller skyscrapers. New Zone doubles the size of the game world. Players can dismantle the hacked tower network. Towers emit a jamming signal that prevents the Batwing from flying into the area, meaning no fast travel. It also halts Batman's sensors from placing points of interest on the map. Taking down the towers are varied and require all of Batman's navigation, puzzle solving, and combat skills. Some can be taken down quickly, others must be returned to later with an upgrade. Crime in progress, saving some cops from a group of thugs, rescuing a snitch from being tossed off the roof. Activities give Batman a chance for experience points bonuses. Completing side quests also contributes to the Gotham police understanding and appreciating Batman. They will begin to know Batman and which side he stands on based on how much you take on the optional missions. Most Wanted system gives players a chance to go after villains outside of the core storyline. These optional side missions can be tackled when you discover them. Many optional missions offer upgrades. Batman's butler, Alfred, may notice that he had a tough time in that situation and gives Batman a new gadget. Dark Knight system is slightly more behind the scenes, though it's still important. Dark Knight system provides a lengthy string of tasks that slowly goes up in difficulty as the game progresses. The team wanted to avoid boring tutorials while still training players to be masters of the Predator and combat systems. Complete a certain number of counters or silent takedowns to receive XP rewards or a specific upgrade. Dark Knight system does not replace challenge mode. Team wants to make challenges more meaningful. There is more information about a game demo for Batman Arkham Origins, but I don't really want to spoil you guys with that. So if you want to see what the whole demo is like, you guys can look in the description and go to where the source of the news is, and they have information on that. But it does contain some plot details that I don't think you guys may want to know until you actually play the demo, which is most likely going to be at E3 this year. So with that, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts about everything. So all of this information, what do I think? Awesome. I love that it's going to be a bigger open world than Arkham City was. With the whole old Gotham and new Gotham. I think that's great. That's what I wanted. So there actually is no source from what we have now of Arkham actually being in the game or actually even existing, because this sounds, well, as far as the story details they've given us, it kind of sounds like this is like maybe a year or two that Batman's been around in Gotham City. It doesn't sound like it's been, you know, a very long time in his career as Batman. So that's why the developer has been saying there aren't going to be villains seen that have been seen in the last previous games, which are in the future. This is a prequel, if you guys didn't know that. So Penguin is definitely in. We see Deathstroke. I can't wait to see how he plays in this story. Like in his role. And Black Mask, he was in a challenge in Batman Arkham City, so now he's the main villain in this game, which is interesting. So Black Mask, if you guys don't really know about him, he's basically DC's equivalent to Kingpin that is in, you know, Marvel. So I liked his portrayal in Batman Under the Red Hood. If you guys have ever seen that movie, I liked it how he was very dark. You know, he was a crime boss, of course, he'll kill you, but at the same time he had his kind of goofy moments and stuff. So you guys should check out that movie Under the Red Hood, Batman Under the Red Hood, to get a little bit of information or how his character is like, because it does portray him pretty good, and that's a very good movie too. So Penguin, as far as we know, is in the game. He's going to be one of the main villains. Deathstroke, definitely. Now, they said Assassins and DC Comics universe supervillains, because Black Mask, of course, puts a bounty on Batman's head. So that means we can see villains from, you know, possibly Superman's rogues, you know, gallery of rogues, or maybe the Flashes. Maybe we could see Mirror Master or something like that, Captain Boomerang or Captain Cold or something. It doesn't just say these are Batman villains that are all going after him. No, it says of DC Comics universe. So that means that there most likely or possibly will be villains that are not, you know, of Batman's gallery of rogues. So that's interesting. Maybe we'll see Superman in this game. Who knows? But as far as Batman's design in this, I actually like it better than the Arkham City and Batman Arkham Asylum suit looks. It looks more sleeker. It looks like he can actually, you know, move a little better, but it also looks a little bit armored up. It doesn't have any gray in it from what it looks like. It's like this blackish gray. It doesn't look like the traditional Batman suit that basically Arkham City was portraying, like in a more high tech way. So it looks really cool. I like the look. So Batman being younger, like they say, he's not as experienced, so he probably can't do all the crazy fighting moves he could in Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. So that's interesting. And also, the gaming world has to be really big for them to have fast travel in it with the Batwing. So we don't know how big this Gotham City is going to be, and how tall the buildings are going to be, because they say, in New Gotham, they're going to have bigger skyscrapers and stuff. So this could be a even truer free roaming Batman game than Arkham City. Arkham City was free roam, but compared to other free roam games, I mean, it was big, but nowhere near the size of like Just Cause or say Grand Theft Auto cities were and stuff. Spider-Man 2 City. So maybe we'll actually see a open world closer to that magnitude and size. And that's awesome. There should be a lot of secrets. And what I like about this, they explained that there are crimes in progress, and this was something, and I don't know if I'm right about this or not, this is something that was first introduced according to my knowledge, in Spider-Man 2 with city events. That's what they were called, where police or maybe civilians will tell you something is going on, and they were at complete random. I think that's great, and that's really what's needed for an open world game. And I'm glad that it's going to be showing up in this game, city events and stuff, because that will keep the game going even after you've beaten the game, because you'll feel like an actual hero. There's random things happening, and you gotta go save people. That's one of the best things I loved about Spider-Man 3, not 3, but Spider-Man 2, the game, is because after the game, I thought, oh, well, I beat the game, so what am I going to do? Just collect these collectibles, and then what else is that? But no, I was surprised because, there were actually things to do, villains and thugs and stuff to beat up and stuff, and crimes to stop. So the game never really stops. It's still there. So I think that's really cool. So I love to see what this new developer will do. Now, the new developer is one of WB Games developers. So it is not Rocksteady who's actually working on this game. So a lot of people are skeptical of how the game will be, but I'm not really skeptical, because I'm pretty sure there's probably some Rocksteady devs in there helping them and maybe supervising them. So I'm not really worried. I mean, it doesn't seem like, from what the news presents, that they're going to try to change anything, significant, to the gameplay that Rocksteady has already established. Basically, from what I'm hearing, it's just going to be a bigger world, more enriched story, and more gadgets. That's it. They say that the combat is intact and everything, the free flow combat that the Batman games are so notorious for, and what's very, very popular about. And that's pretty much it. It will be using Unreal Engine and stuff. The only thing that may concern me is that the developers do say that porting Arkham City to the Wii U let the team get familiar with Unreal Engine 3, so they're not that familiar with it. So they're kind of new with it. So that doesn't get me worried about the game having, being graphically ugly. It just has me worried that there will be like graphical glitches and stuff like that, possibilities like that. So I can't wait to see what they do with this game, and I'm so excited that they announced it for the Wii U. Finally, a third-party game announced for the Wii U on the spot, and we didn't have to go hearing about all this news about the game, and then maybe 3 or 5 months before the game is released, then we hear about it coming on the Wii U. It's just really nerve-wracking, but finally someone's just revealed it. Hey, it's coming to the Wii U, PS3, Xbox 360. So if any of you guys are PS3 owners or 360 owners, you guys can watch these updates because we're getting the same game. So go ahead. So I can't wait to see what more they do with this game. Again, guys, sources and everything to this news is in the description for you guys to click and see for yourselves if you didn't understand or follow everything I was saying by some chance. So those are my thoughts, guys. Please comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. And check out Fullscreen and Fullscreen Arcade, where they have gaming videos all the time. Very great content and all that stuff. So there will be a link to those two channels in the description as well. So those are my thoughts, and that's it for this update. I will be doing more updates on Batman Arkham Origins as more things are revealed. Thank you guys for watching.